Hello students, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to lesson 3 of our Sunday School Intermediate class. Let's go online, based on the textbook Life on Life. In the last 2 lessons, we have been discussing Trinity, God in 3 persons. We have seen God the Father, and now in lesson 3, we will learn about Trinity, God the Son. Let me ask you a question. Have you all seen a sheep? You may be wondering why I am asking this question. But in biblical times, sheep were an important source of food and income for many families. So shepherds would even sacrifice their lives to protect their sheep. During the day, sheep would graze on open lands. The shepherd would watch over them and protect them from thieves and predators. When it was time to bring the sheep in for the night, the shepherd would lead them to a cave or a pen. He would stand at the opening to the pen and count them to be sure he had all his sheep. He would also check them for injuries and illnesses. Once the sheep were safely inside, the shepherd would sleep at the opening like a gate to keep the sheep in and keep the danger out. The second person in the Trinity is God the Son, Jesus, who is the Good Shepherd. Our lesson today is based on the Bible passage John chapter 10 verses 1 to 18. Let's read the verses from this passage. Truly I say to you, he who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, but climbs in by another way, that man is a thief and a robber. But he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the gatekeeper opens. The sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. What do we learn from this passage? We see that Jesus calls his sheep by name. He knows each one of his sheep, and the sheep hear his voice. They respond to his call, and when they respond, he leads his sheep. He takes them to the green pastures, to the cool waters. Further down, we read in the next verses, Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. What reassuring words! In these verses, we see that Jesus is compared to a door that leads the people, that leads the sheep, that saves. He is also compared to a good shepherd who gives abundant life to his flock, who is ready to lay down his life and protect his sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason, the Father loves me, because I lay down my life that I may take it up again. A a very intricate relationship. The sheep know Jesus and Jesus knows his own sheep. Jesus not only takes care of his own sheep but gathers all other sheep towards protection and heavenly care. He leads them to the Heavenly Father. My dear children, who is the sheep here? Each one of us is the sheep of the flock. Jesus is our good shepherd. Just like sheep, we too need care. We are sometimes in danger from the thieves and the robbers who may harm us or destroy us. Children, we may have our own needs, our confusions, many worries and fears, doubts and guilty feelings. With all these weaknesses, as a sheep, our shepherd is calling out to us. Are we ready to listen to his call? Jesus, the Good Shepherd, is waiting for us. My dear children, when God created the world, he made you and me with wonderful plans. He had a great plan for each one of us, but sin separated us from God. To draw us closer to him, God sent his Son, Jesus, who was both human and divine. He walked on earth and he felt every emotion just like us. He had worries, he had cares, he had anger, he had tears, he had pain, he had joy, he had happiness. But he never sinned. He was sinless and blameless. And he became a sacrifice so that it could pay the sins and reunite us to our Heavenly Father. He came to join us back to the beautiful fellowship with our Heavenly Creator. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, is calling out to each of you to come to his side. He wants to guide you, protect you, forgive you, and love you. My dear children, please go through the Bible passage that we have just covered, John chapter 10, and answer the following questions. How do you identify a thief or robber who comes to steal a sheep? Question 2. What does the passage tell us about Jesus? Question 3. What do you learn about God the Father in this passage? Question 4. Write in your own words what Jesus can do in your life and why he is able to do that. The memory verse for the lesson is John chapter 10 verses 14 and 15. I am the good shepherd. I know my own and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. With that, we wrap up today's lesson. Stay safe, stay blessed. Until then, bye-bye.